Khalil Gibran relates a tale of a company of cats and a wise dog talk about prayer. Hi, I'm Nidish Vasu, and I read writings and poetry from the great saints and sages from across time to help us introspect where we are at in our lives at the moment, and to help us evolve and become better students, better children, better parents, better friends, better lovers, and better humans.
Welcome to a Stereo Tales presentation. You're listening to Sages and the Madman with Nidish Vasu.
Thank you for listening in to my podcast. On this week's episode, we continue reading from Khalil Gibran's work. In each episode, I'll also try to share insights into the experiences and struggles of Gibran's life that shaped his personality and inspired his work. Let's start with Gibran's father. He was an alcoholic and a cruel man who wasted his meager earnings on drinking and gambling and drove himself and the family into financial misery. Gibran and his father shared an autocratic relationship. His father disapproved of Gibran's artistic interests, which further strained their relationship. His father was known as one of the strongest men in his village and was feared by everyone, including Gibran. Eventually, Gibran's father was tried for embezzlement. All his property was confiscated in the process. This meant a life of abject poverty for Camilla, Gibran's mother, and the children. This is when Camilla, along with her children, migrated to the US in the hope of a better life. The hardships of Gibran's early days would probably have been an important ingredient of the profound wisdom that Khalil Gibran brought to his works. Today, we'll take a look at a fable called The Wise Dog from Khalil Gibran's first book in English, The Madman. One day, they passed by a company of cats, a wise dog. And as he came near and saw that they were very intent and heeded him not, he stopped. Then there arose in the midst of the company a large grave cat, and looked upon them and said, Brethren, pray ye, and when ye have prayed again and yet again, nothing doubting, verily then it shall rain mice. And when the dog heard this, he laughed in his heart, and turned from them, saying, O blind and foolish cats, has it not been written, and have I not known, and my fathers before me, that which reigneth for prayer and faith and supplication is not mice, but bones? Such simple telling of something that we see everywhere around us, don't you think? In this fable, Gibran talks about prayer amongst different communities or religions. It is a take on those communities or religions who claim that theirs is the only path, looking down upon the other's path. Another aspect that he's written about is also the shallow needs that people pray for. Cats pray for mice and dogs for bones, each one praying for what he or she seems to think they need. There's a lack of understanding of the greater whole. Through this fable, Gibran might hope that his readers build an open attitude towards other paths besides his own, and a greater understanding that all paths lead to the same goal, whether it is to meet his or her immediate needs or the higher goal of self-realization, something that's much the need of the hour in the world today. What do you think of this interpretation? Would you like to add something more to it? I look forward to hearing your views and anything you'd like to share. Please connect with us on our Facebook page and leave a message. You can also find us on our other social media pages. We're on Instagram, YouTube, amongst others. We'll be happy to hear from you. Thank you for listening in to this week's podcast. See you next week, and please take good care of yourself.
If you've enjoyed listening to this podcast, please hit subscribe and make sure you share the link with others who'd enjoy the experience. We'd love to hear from you. You can reach us at themadman@stereotales.com with your thoughts, suggestions, questions, ideas, and more. Please also write in if you'd like to partner with us or if you'd like to feature us on your blog or newsletter. Don't forget to rate our podcast. Thank you for listening and for all your support. You've been listening to a Stereo Tales presentation.